Hi, welcome back to the Cycle Podcast. Today we're going to talk about 2025.
And some past trends in 2024.
We're going to do a recap. We're also going to go over our goal sets for this year of 2025 and just kind of have some back and forth conversations on mental health, health and wellness, AI, and what that looks like in mental health treatment in the next coming years.
It's just Kyla and I. Danny is out.
Yes, he is.
So the kids are going to run wild tonight.
It's going to be a fun one.
Hoorah. All right. Hi.
Hi.
It's just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Oh my God.
So insane.
Obviously, this is going to go really well.
Danny is out in the salty of lakes. He's swimming around, floating in the lake.
Why did he go? Just to return home for Christmas?
Yeah, he has some travels in 25.
25. Oh, okay.
And he has to get his ducks in a row
How long
as far
has he
as
been there?
paperwork. I think it's a few days now.
A few days?
So dad's out of town.
Dad is out of town.
Red dye 3.
All of them. Yellow, blue.
Get all the snacks that he won't allow us to eat. Turn up the AC whenever he's here. He doesn't like the AC on.
AC. And what else does he not like that I do? I feel like he's pretty chill.
Yeah, he's quite chilled for sure.
Yeah.
He adds the one-liners, so we're not going to get the one-liners today, but hopefully we could make up for that.
Yeah.
With just the chats.
So it's just us, but...
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
We're recapping 2024 and some trends of 25.
Mm-hmm. Or upcoming trends of 2025.
Yeah. Can you believe it is...
I can't. So think about that. 5 years ago was COVID.
No, 4 years ago.
2020. Beginning of 2020.
Okay, yeah. We're coming up March, 3 months away from a half decade.
Oh my gosh.
We
it
should
just feels
throw
like yesterday.
A COVID party.
We should.
That would be like that's definitely going to be a theme. I feel like in 2030, like a trend will be like a COVID theme party.
Yeah.
And everyone brings masks, and hazmat suits.
Yeah. I always was hoping, when COVID was happening and they, stores started to put those little stickers on the floor, stay 6 feet away.
And there's still stores that have...
They're faded.
It's partially ripped off and they're just like, fuck it.
Just leave it. And then I love them because it just reminds me of the hysteria of I can recall just back at that time when it first came out. It's March, right? We're on lockdown. It's supposed to be 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. I have to go get gas. And I remember pulling up to the gas station, no one's there. And I'm I can't touch the handles. The gas.
My hand will melt off.
I literally was I have to get I remember grabbing newspaper to grab the handle. I was so freaked out, carrying them everywhere, my back just thinking that someone was just gonna bite me or something. Yeah, I was really freaked out.
I can't believe that was 5 years ago.
I know. I loved COVID. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely an era for sure. Even 2024 in its entirety. I can't believe that it is now the end of the year, starting to be 25. I feel like it literally just
coming
snapped.
Up on a new presidential.
Yeah, we have a new president coming up. We have a lot of exciting things. I feel like also the 2024 is a year where it feels like the future. If someone says 2024, you're like, whoa. It's year 3000 Jonas Brothers vibes. You know what I mean?
Yes,
wow,
I agree.
they know what's going on.
I didn't think I would be here this long.
Really?
I don't think
you'd make it to your...
Yeah. I didn't think I would make it past 22.
I've been scrolling a lot on X and I had a few memes that have come up. And it's the ones that
to recap the year.
Yeah, you dissociate me in January, smiley face, and then dissociate 11 months and then December.
Yeah.
And then you're just worn out and dead.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was your year? Do you feel worn out? Do you feel 25 or 24 was restorative?
I feel 2024 for me was a year of self-reflection and a year of knowing what I truly want and on the track to better myself.
Okay.
I had a lot of changes this year. I had a weight loss surgery, right? I had changed position. You know what I mean? I just feel...
It's a lot.
Things the way, just the way it was.
How many lives have you lived in 2024?
Oh, God, to think back at the beginning of the year, I would say maybe 2, 3.
Okay.
Maybe, roughly.
3 solid sheds of the skin.
Yeah. I feel like there's like a season for me. Like I'll go through seasons. Like I feels like summer was just yesterday for me. Literally 100%. Feels like it was just yesterday. So I feel like I'm still like in my brat girl.
You're still with the slime green?
Yeah, like, but I know like that's not. And then everything just happens so quickly too.
Yeah.
Like once you catch on to it, we're on to the next one.
Yeah.
So I get like anxious around that as well.
Yeah, the trends pick up. I think, especially with the holidays, they just stack up, and then it's like fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, and you're like, dude, what? How'd that all happen? And then everyone's prepping for the night. Like, oh, in 2 weeks we have this. In 2 weeks we have Thanksgiving. 2 weeks we have Christmas. In 2 weeks we have New Year's. And then it's just like, how the hell did we get here?
Right.
So it's really picking up.
Yeah.
So 2 years you feel like you've lived in 2020, or 3 years in 2024. 3 lives.
Probably 3.
Okay.
I feel like that. But I don't know. I could just be. I'm hoping it's just 1 because I feel like that would age me a little bit.
I feel like I had 2, maybe, or 2 solid ones.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a very consistent year. So I was showing up at work,
Yeah.
But it was good. Really like pushed the rock up the hill.
Yeah.
Which feels really good.
Gosh, can you remember when we were like heads on fire just a couple of months ago?
Yeah, there's a few times. Yeah. I was like, which one? If your mental health had a Spotify Wrapped, what would be on your Spotify Wrapped?
Oh, God. My mental health, like, for the whole year?
Yeah. I would say, like, 200,000 minutes of overthinking.
Yeah. I would definitely say, like, probably, like, you know that song that's on TikTok where about the dementia? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's, like, it sounds like 1920s ballroom music. He like made like a whole, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like jazz, like The Great Gatsby, and it's like about some man getting dementia, and that it starts to get really like weird. It doesn't sound like jazz music anymore. It's a very weird concept. That to me was kind of like my headspace, where it started out like great, okay, whatever, and then like something just didn't go as I planned, you know, like, and then I can't even remember, you know, like it just like I still feel like I'm still stuck in like trying to catch up what happened in 2021. You know? Like I was still playing catch up.
I think we're finally at a point where it's like post-COVID, life seems normal. 24, you know.
And I'm still catching up to that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want that to happen. So what yours would be 2,000 hours, I'm thinking 200,000?
No, I said that was yours.
Oh, probably that.
Mine was most played this year. You. Like I played myself.
Yeah. What else? I have a really hard showing my emotions.
How many minutes did you spend concealing your emotions?
Less than 10, I think. I feel like I try to do a good job.
Less than 10 what?
Like less than 10 minutes. I feel like I've...
But like cumulatively over 2024.
Over 2024, probably like 2 hours. I feel like I always have like a good face. No, I really do.
You spent 2 hours a few days ago.
Yeah. I feel like I was literally, I've always showed my face and my emotions.
Yeah, that's true. But are you good at expressing them? See, I feel like you'll wear the emotion on your face, but then it is very hard for you to express.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. And I have to go the 4th time, and then you're like, okay, fine, this is what's up.
Yeah, because I feel like I have to process what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I connect with the emotion so much,
for sure.
Right? Like, it hits me, and I'm like, wear it on my face, and then I'm like, how do I back down from wearing this on my face? So I'm trying to calm myself down at the same time. And then when people are asking me, I'm trying to calm myself down, so don't ask me what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I try to do, and... Then I've always struggled with emotional regulation.
Yeah.
I've always struggled with it. It's either extreme, nothing, feeling nothing, or extreme. So when I'm trying to figure out what I'm actually feeling, I feel like that's my goal this year is like emotional regulation. Definitely.
Yeah.
For 2025 is like identify what I'm feeling.
We've had a few tussles because of that.
Yeah. And thank God, like, you know, we can express and like we're in the business of mental health,
literally.
So
yeah, and being able to kind of go and discuss that. I think that I have maybe be very direct with my communication, but sometimes if it's close to my heart, I will stuff. So I feel like I've spent a good amount of time, few hours, just like stuffing that emotion down.
Yeah.
And it will come up and I'll process and then I'll like communicate it.
Mm-hmm.
But a few hours of just like shoving that shit back in the closet, you know?
Right. That's my safe space, my little closet. I don't want to, you know, clean it out. But it's a new year.
New year,
new me. New year, new me.
New me.
I used to do that in high school.
New year, new me.
We'd come back from the break and I'd talk in an accent.
You know what I've been locked into? The TikTokers in New York that are from the UK that have never visited America.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Are they from the UK or are they from Ireland? I felt like it was an Irish
I think they're from the UK. I kind of went down a deep dive and there were just these
you would know
TikTokers that are visiting New York and they're exploring like Chick-fil-A for the first time, Raising Cane's for the first time, Crumble Cookie for the first time.
Really?
And I've had all these things and I'm like, feel like I'm reliving it for the first time.
Yeah.
There's something fascinating about another nationality coming in and trying something.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Super fascinating.
Yeah.
What other TikTok trends have been your favorite throughout 2024?
I loved Brett Summer.
Yeah, you were a big Brett Summer girl.
Yeah. That and Luigi Mangione.
You were, you're still obsessed with that guy.
Yeah, I love him. Occupy Wall Street.
You were locked into the Kaiser strikes for a second.
Yeah, for a second because I just felt like that's up.
Yeah.
Like so many people weren't getting care and it's mental health, you know? So I just felt like that was like a whole, I just have right now, I feel like because what I predict is going to happen in 2025 is it's going to be class consciousness.
Like 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade?
No, like financial class consciousness, the middle class, lower class consciousness. It's not going to be left versus right anymore. It's going to be up versus down. I feel like we're finally approaching that realization.
Interesting
that
2025 trend.
That's not going to we're no longer fighting each other. We're fighting the people that did you see the new taxes of how much we're going to get taxed under the new presidency?
No idea. Not locked into that.
Well, the middle class and the lower class just got, and the lower class went down.
Well, that's why we got to start working.
It's crazy.
We got to start closing some deals.
And I also read something that was just interesting because of all this stuff with people talking about it now, people are actually communicating about stuff that people don't recognize that it's, up versus down or, the top 10% or whatever, because of Americans are embarrassed millionaires to be. Some of them think that they're going to be billionaires, right? Like the American dream is to work. Yeah. You're going to be rich one day.
Correct.
So there was this quote that said they don't recognize what's going on or they're not mad about the top 10% that's not getting taxed or, that has their way because they're embarrassed millionaires to be. You don't get it?
Not at all.
So
I don't know how we got here.
Okay. Well, just that trend that's happening.
Okay.
I think that's going to happen. I think it's just going to go on. But what about yours? What are your top 2024?
I want to be part of your symphony with the dolphins.
Oh my God, I hated that.
Really?
I had to block the sound.
You blocked it?
Yes.
That's what I felt like about Demure. In the beginning, I was like, oh, this is so funny. And then week 2, I was like, if I fucking hear that.
Yeah, same with if your boots stop working.
If your name,
I was like, mm-mm.
I'm off it.
Yeah,
I'm not really on dance TikTok anymore. That was an interesting one. I feel like the chill guy that was later on in the year with the dog, guy? The little dog. You've seen it for sure. The chill guy. This one.
Oh yeah, that was towards the end of the year.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
And it was talking about men's mental health.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was up there for me.
I also liked the
Kamala Coconut Tree was also up there for me.
I loved that.
It was funny because for a solid 2 weeks, I feel like everyone was obsessed with her, and then it really just started to taper off. But there was but I feel like that's with trends.
It's all it's with all the trends.
Yeah. No matter if it's this is crazy, a presidential nominee.
Yeah.
Or
You know what you loved? Hawk 2.
Yeah.
Hawk 2.
Hawk 2.
You loved that.
Talk to her. She turned it into talk about taking a viral moment and capitalizing.
Well, she immediately when it happened, she was like...
She was on pause for a while. You couldn't even find her Instagram. I was deep down for
it was like a week and a half or so.
And she just popped up with the podcast.
Which, good for her.
Good for her is right.
Like, I would... If I'm surprised what she did with it. She obviously had a good marketing team behind her because...
Talk to her? Yeah. Wow. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That is some marketing gold right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well executed.
Totally.
I did really like that one. I remember whenever these trends come up, I'll think about it in like a work setting and be like, how can I create an ad that's like related to this? So for a while, it was me and the interns, and I was like, mind you, they're like in college and it's 2 girls. So I was like, okay, marketing meeting, we need to turn this into a meme. And everyone was like, I don't really know. And then I'm like, push the limits.
Yeah.
And then I saw an ad, I think it was like 2 weeks later, and it was a spa. And it was basically like the hot two, and then they like dropped like cream on someone's face and then like did like the full spa experience. And I remember sending it to the interns, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is marketing genius. Really well done.
But those poor interns really got through so much.
I feel like they loved it.
They do.
Shout out to the interns.
But I feel like there are some limits. Like, you don't know how the internet's going to react, right?
Yeah, I had the canceling situation, which is quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
They came after me.
Which, rightfully so.
Well, depends on the audience. I did the ad with I'm going to mispronounce the tribe in New Zealand.
So just say the tribe of New Zealand.
It's like begins with an M, like the...
Just say the tribe in New Zealand.
We listen and we don't judge. Anyways, the tribe in New Zealand, there was like this meme with the girl ripping up Parliament paper, and she was like chanting out. I was about to mimic it, but
yeah, please don't.
We're learning. We're learning. It's giggles. Anyways, she's ripping up the piece of paper, chanting her native tongue, and I felt a visceral emotional reaction. I swear I started wanting to pound my chest and be like, I'm part of this tribe. Like, I felt like a past life regression happened.
Some white guilt. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. It could be it. But I just felt emotionally like whatever she's doing, I want to get behind her and hold a sign, or like go jump on a car or light something on fire. You know what I mean? Like, I had energy to take action. Yeah. So I saw this meme and I'm like, I see it and I'm like, this is going to be one of like, I just see it to be a huge meme.
Yeah.
So then later on in that day, of course, they already start making one of those like CapCut edits, and someone's like, when I come home and my wife left like a grocery list for me, or like a to-do list.
Yeah.
And it's her like doing the chant and like ripping up the Parliament paper, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is absolutely perfect. So I write, me when my like psychiatrist writes another antidepressant prescription, but I'm looking to do Spravato, right? Like, you basically continue to get these prescription drugs written and the scripts written, but you're looking for an alternative option. That was my thought. Now, mind you, we launched it in Washington, D.C. because we have a clinic there. Thinking of the demographic and political climate, also like this was fresh off of the election. Mm-hmm. And I mean, initially, the first day we post this video and the media buyer writes in the Slack and is like, this video is amazing. Like, we are getting such a low cost per lead. Engagement is great. And I'm like, yes, I have capitalized on the meme.
You have done it again.
Yeah, me in the mirror, like, ding. And then this is probably like, I don't know, Friday morning. Okay. So then go on with my weekend, it's Sunday. I get a call from the doctor, and I'm like,
of the clinic.
Of the clinic, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Dr. Hawk, what's up? He's like, you need to take that ad down right now. We are getting like angry emails, death threats. And I'm like, what? And like, this is a 6 to 7 second video on TikTok.
Death
like
threats?
How could, or negative reviews as well. Like, we're going to like negative review bomb them. Like, the comments were like, cancel this intern. And I'm like, me, the intern. Yeah. They're like, whoever this is, it's not it. Like, the comments, I mean, it's probably like 100 comments, like all being negative. There's like one that was positive that was like, I got you. And I was like, I see you.
The one with no likes.
Yeah, literally like all the way at the bottom. And I'm like, me and my fucking phantom accounts. But anyways, I took the ad down, and the client was like understanding of it. And he's like, yo, like, just like run everything by me.
Yeah.
I think it was just because of the political climate
At
of
the
the meme, you know? But I didn't see it as political, which obviously it is.
It is, yeah.
But I kind of just saw it as someone who was like standing on their soapbox and just like chanting, you know, which obviously there's much more context to it. But I saw it solely as a meme. I wasn't like doing the due diligence or like going the distance to like understand the meme or where it's come from and the cultural implications, like any of that stuff. Right. I just saw a CapCut meme and I was like, let's hop on the trend.
Yeah.
So anyways,
it's a fine line.
Fine line for sure. Learn my lesson with meme marketing. Be careful.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I do love those CapCut edits, and that was one of my favorite ones for sure. The native tribe of New Zealand. Yeah. I should do some more research on that.
Probably.
That was one of my favorite memes as well. Honorable mentions, no Chick-fil-A sauce.
No Chick-fil-A sauce?
No Chick-fil-A sauce? Aggressively opens eyes. That was a big one. Yeah. Very demure. Very mindful.
That was not very demure.
I hated it. Ridmer. Jojo Siwa.
Oh my God. Karma.
But props to her for staying relevant. She's doing something right, honestly.
I know. I feel like she's always been like a marketing ploy since she was like crawling.
Yeah, since she popped out the boom.
Yeah, she's always been into that.
And then how did you feel about Mudang?
Oh, the hippo?
Yeah.
And did you see the penguin too?
No.
Oh, the penguin got big as well. Mudang was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's sad that animals are in captivity like that.
Yeah, I wonder what he would be doing. He wouldn't be viral if he was not Mudanging.
I know. What about, I was on the TikTok site of Hannah Kobayashi, the missing LA woman who never was actually missing.
You're like interested in all these. Oh, yeah. That was.
And she goes to Mexico. And like her family knew, like she told her family, like, I don't want anything to do about it, like with you guys. And they called the police.
Yeah. And the dad killed himself. He
like,
just up and.
Like that's, I feel like if I was in her shoes, right? If I found out my family member or father, whoever, had unalived themselves, I would have been like, hey, I'm here. Like, I already told them, like,
Wait, do we know the full story of it all?
So once they had called the police and said she was missing, she was like, oh, I can't come back now because, like, why did they say that I'm missing?
Grabs cloak of
and I guess she was
invisibility.
in, like, a green card scheme marriage, like a fake marriage.
Yeah, that's right.
So she wanted to get away. She didn't want to do it. And the whole missing thing came out, and her family.
I want to know the mental health state of the dad. If he's like out, like the daughter's gone for like a few days, and he's like, I have nothing to live for.
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
I think either that's the reason why she cut them off, and like she said, like to her father, because they were already estranged. Her and her father.
Parental estrangement, another topic.
Yeah. And like, I think either he took it very hard on himself, like that was their last interaction, and now she's missing.
Yeah. And
did what he did.
You love those the stories. You'll like hop in the office and be like, so outside of Los Angeles, there's about 4 people that are being watched at a Starbucks bathroom. Watch the bathroom. And I'm like, what the where are you? How did you get there?
I don't know.
And I'm concerned because I'm assuming that you're, consuming this between 12 a.m. and 2 a.m., which is like not.
No, I think it's right after I get off work that I'm like on. I'm
deep in there.
Deep in there. And it's on my, it's like my For You page. I was on a bunch of different like things.
The Willy Wonka AI immersive experience.
What is that?
You don't remember, like, everyone was, like, going to the Willy Wonka experience, and it was, like, really bum, and they were walking around, and it was, that was huge.
No, I
February.
Didn't. Must have been in about the toilets of the Starbucks at that time.
Yeah, probably. Nara Smith, Trad Wives, that was huge.
I remember that. And then the egg apron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's so many memes as I, like, scroll through these. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
The popcorn bucket from Dune.
Oh my God, yeah, I remember that.
It feels like, honestly, like a long time ago. When we were first talking about this, I was like, the meme of my year was that motherfucker back there is not real. But that was 2023. But that was like probably best memes of 25. Yeah, that was, 2024.
I loved We Listen and We Don't Judge. That was great.
That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Listen.
Or what's the one that you were obsessed with? If I owned a wheelchair shop, or if I owned like a ketamine clinic, or
the songs.
The song.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like some pretty fucked up ones for sure.
Funny.
2025. What's on the docket? What are the trends? What's happening? What's the trend report?
Like health and wellness?
Health and wellness, mental health.
So I did a little like deep dive of like what's going to come up. So a lot of AI.
I feel like 2024 was the year of AI. Like I feel like I got close with my best friends this year were ChatGPT and probably Spotify. Those were like my two besties. Xavier, shout out to Xavier, the Spotify DJ. I love Xavier. They have like a little feature. You can like press it and he's like basically your own personal DJ and mixes your songs.
That's nice.
Yeah. Two best friends in 2024 were ChatGPT and Spotify.
Okay. Spotify. I'm on Apple Music. So
Death. Arizona.
I get it. It's free with my phone plan.
Odd duck.
Okay.
Anyways, AI.
So a lot of AI, but within the healthcare sector. So right now we already had seen like with insurance companies using AI to deny claims or like process claims. That was big. Cigna uses it. UHC uses it. Like that's a big thing where they'll like it will be AI processing the claims. Will either deny it or approve it. So it's not a human anymore.
Do you like explain that to a third grader because you are our insurance mommy?
Okay. So let's say you need a procedure done, right? Let's say you, let's see, it's a common procedure. Let's say you need to get your gallbladder taken out. Okay.
It's not a common procedure.
I feel like it is.
A gallbladder?
Yeah.
Can we do like something mental health?
Sure. So let's say you need mental health, TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation.
Which is like failed multiple antidepressants. New innovative treatment.
Yeah. Psychiatrist is like, you've been on so many meds, bud.
You were
like, yeah, let's try some TMS. And it's going through your insurance, right? So they like prior authorization. They send a prior auth, which is basically a request to your insurance saying, hey man, this person needs TMS. And the insurance is going to be like, why do they need TMS? And we'll put in, the physician, the provider, the nurse, or whoever it is. We'll say this patient is X, Y, and Z, multiple medical, X, Y, Z. They'll give all the reasons why. Yeah. And then it will get sent over to the insurance company. And it used to be like a doctor that the insurance company would hire, or like a person, a nurse, or whoever it was, sitting behind their desk, going through claims to either press approve or deny.
So it would be a manual process.
It would be an AI going through it. Like it would be AI.
Instead of a manual process with the doctor, now it's the AI.
AI. Cigna got hit pretty big this year with like infiltrating the system into their whole across the board.
So the Russian hackers were grabbing the info. Is that what you mean by hit?
No, hit like across their company. They did this and it was bad. People were upset.
Because they lost jobs?
Not only that, but because people were getting denied so often.
Okay.
And then it made them wait so long to get their care, because then they would be like, why was this denied, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. This used to be approved pretty quickly. So then they have to go up the next step. They have to appeal it, right? And then it may or may not get to an actual person. Okay. So there was a lot of frustration there.
Okay. So you submit these prior auths. It's usually a human going through, but now the robots say,
yeah.
Sorry.
Because they are trained to like, for these reasons, right? They program the AI of like, deny anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which sucks because, and this was the whole conversation towards the end of the year about
did this healthcare lead to like Luigi? Was the AI influenced?
Who knows? It's if you look at his story and like, because I've kind of I did like a deep dive on like who was this person, like why. He was 26, right? So that's the same year that if you're 26 you fall off your parents' insurance. Yep. He had a really bad back surgery. He like he had like pins set in his back.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was like a result of the surgery and it got denied and he like now owes a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
So was it the AI? Could have been the AI.
I don't know. He wasn't even a member of UHC either.
Okay. Interesting.
He was not. So they confirmed that.
So AI claims?
Yeah, AI claims. So that's going to be a thing, right? Okay. That's already a thing.
Okay.
So this year they're talking about, again, I know it's common for therapists. You know when you're in a therapist session and the therapist takes notes for your chart?
Yes.
They're now using AI to listen to the conversation and take the notes for you.
I kind of like that.
I do too. I think it's...
I would want like a little summary, like this is what happened. Here are 3 key areas to get better. And these are 3 things to work on.
Yep. So they're also going to see more of that. And then it's also the AI is going to recommend care plans.
Yeah.
Right? Recommend treatment plans. Just overall recommendations of care and kind of what they've been programmed for. Then I saw this one where they talked about AI being and answering crisis centers like via like messaging, like AI answering to like
responding
crisis hotlines.
To someone like want to unalive themselves.
And I don't think that's a good
rough
idea.
You're dealing with me rough.
Yeah. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sure that they're going to test run it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
For like something that's not as serious as like suicide hotline, you know?
I can only imagine feeling like so alone.
It's just a
and
robot.
Being like, I just need to talk to somebody. And it's like, hello, this is Katie, your AI friendly bot. And then I'd be like, off the 9th story.
I hope they don't tell people that it's AI.
No, yeah.
You know, like...
But that's even worse if they lead with like, you're a human and then like there's a screw up.
Yeah. I mean... I don't think it's, but it's, and that's the other problem is like, is AI going to replace jobs? Like, 'cause these are people's jobs, and
big trends for 25.
Yeah, that, and then for wellness, right? They are talking about like better sleep pattern habits for people. Sleep maxing is what it's called.
Big sleepers. If I feel like I'll talk to people like, hey, what's up? How's your day? And they're like, I got 50% better sleep than yesterday, so I'm doing better.
Yeah, like...
And I'm like, okay.
They're like, pull up their Apple Watch or their Fitbit or whatever,
yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I only woke up once last night. I'm great.
Yeah, I'm so good today.
Yeah. And then we came out those, you know those little night lights? Like, I forget what they're called.
Hatches?
There's something where they say, and like it wakes up like the sun, and it's supposed to like wake you up. It slowly wakes you up like the sun is rising, and it plays like birds chirping.
Yeah.
Like you're out in nature back in the days.
Reaches for phone, doom scrolls for 20 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also like the non-alcoholic beverages.
Yes. Sleepy Girl mocktails.
Huge. Yeah. Magnesium in the drinks.
Oh God, I love magnesium. That's my best friend. That is my best friend. Muscle cramps, all that. I love it.
Magnesium.
Potassium.
Yeah, and making sure that we're sleeping like through the night. Yeah. Non-alcoholic beverages, so it's not like we're hindering our sleep.
Skincare is a big... I feel like skincare popped off this year. It's
only continuing to grow, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's been like that since like COVID days.
I don't think so.
Really?
Because when we used to like, you know, people are like, get ready with me. The get ready with me's now, I'll do like skincare prep. Back then, it was just foundation, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like, yeah, that's true. The get ready with me's were more like fits. That's what's on my timeline. It's not, I feel like, yeah, some guys do like skincare routine, but I feel like it's more fits. But yeah, I would say that for sure.
Now, what's big that I've seen is, and I think this is going to continue to grow, like good SPF, right? Like,
yeah.
For your face.
People
wrinkles.
used to want to be out in the sun. They're like, get me out of the sun.
Cover up, put everything on. And then, I don't know if you were, TikTok shop was a big thing this year.
TikTok shop was huge.
And that snail mucus for your face from Korea. CORX or whatever. It was big. And then, oh my God, what was the other thing?
You lock into the lives.
Not even the lives. This is people scroll. It's huge. Ads that I get. These are ads that I get. It's not lives. I can't stand watching lives. Like I hate it.
I hate when it's like sponsored post ad, and then it's like live ad, and I'm like, just give me. And it's like people like
it's like QVC.
Yeah,
I can't stand it. Now the thing is, the only thing live I watch is ASMR.
Okay.
I love live ASMR because it's not like a repeat of a video. It's like live and like, I don't know. It's just better for me. And then there was another skincare, the French Pharmacy. I don't know if you remember because the Olympics were in France this year.
That was huge. The break dancers.
Oh my God, Ray.
The Australian break dancer.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going through the whole year right now.
Was huge. And then the guy with the dick. Jumping over.
Oh, yes. The long jump?
Yeah, the long jump.
Good
that was
him.
huge. That literally.
Yeah.
Other 2025 trends that I saw was like group wellness. So like group ice baths, social saunas.
Yeah.
I feel like the rise of contrast therapy and just like not going out Friday, Saturday, but doing more things on like Saturday, Sunday. Another thing that I've been huge on my timeline is there's this thing that's happening in Los Angeles. And it is called like a coffee and DJ, basically. So instead of you going out and like drinking like you would normally go to a nightclub, it's in the morning and they serve coffee.
That's actually really nice.
And they pop it around like various places on the west side and various coffee shops. But they get like really like good DJs.
Yeah.
And it's continuing to grow. And I feel like trends like that are only going to continue to expand.
And like just even community in general for wellness, like the lookalike contest.
Huge.
Like
huge this year.
Yeah. Like I feel like we're so separated
the
last couple of years. And then now we're coming back together, which is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it, you know?
Yeah. The in-person stores that are giving stuff away.
Yeah.
Like there would be like lines and lines. I feel like that was all over my For You page of rent. Like they were giving out like fucking cups and people would like wait for like 3 hours. I'm like, what are we doing? But yeah, more in-person events. I wonder kind of like what that's going to necessarily look like. I'm excited for 25. Do you have any goals for 25?
I do.
Okay. What's on the goals
You
list?
go first.
Show me yours and then I'll show you mine. Goals for 2025. I would say I was talking about this to someone yesterday, actually. I feel like my life is really, I look at it in quadrants. My life is really good at like work and like balance and like exercise.
Yeah.
The place I really want to improve on, I think, is my love life. I want to like start dating a little bit more. I just want to put more time and energy into that.
Yeah.
So I feel like it can't be like a goal where it's like, I want to be in a relationship because I don't.
Yeah.
I want to, or maybe, I don't know. I want to be more open.
Yeah.
I think that's like a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Like go have more experiences. And I felt like it wasn't worth putting time and energy into it. So putting more time and energy into that facet of my life is definitely one thing that I want to work on. And then we have like business goals. So just like doubling like what we've done this year and we're continuing to grow. I have some goals with like the podcast and like getting more guests. Like that would be really cool. Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are just some of them off the top of my head.
Yeah. For my goals this year, I think it's just get healthier. Like it's just
like, are we talking mental health, emotional health, physical health?
Physical health.
Okay, what does physical health look like?
For me, again, I've just been so locked in on like losing weight and just getting healthier. It's not even just to look better, it's to feel better because I'm getting older, right? And like I want to have kids eventually. And I know I spent so much of my time in my 20s like getting fucked up and like partying or like using drugs.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I'm in this other part of my life where which I knew I'd always get here, but I didn't know when.
You're here.
And I'm here. And I have never wanted to, like there was never, I can think back to, let's just go back 2019, right? Yes, I may have been like 40 pounds lighter, but like I was still heavy set, you know, I was still thicker. And there was never a time where I was like, I think I'm going to go to the gym. You know, like that was never a thought. Anybody brought up the gym? No, fuck, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? So I feel like this time, and again, I don't know if it's just me wanting to get better because my life is going better. I'm not using, you know, I'm not homeless. I'm not X, Y, and Z. All my needs are met now. Yeah. Where I can, which is sad, you know, like I was living in such a space of like survival.
Like, this is great.
No,
great.
no, but back then I was living and it would be so, I was doing well for a little bit and then like it would fall off. Yeah. This has been consistent now.
You have to have the texture. I mean, we always talk about this, but you wouldn't have any fun stories to tell.
Sure. Absolutely. I agree. Like, I'm not like, oh, that was so horrible, but like it still affects me where I'm like on edge. Yeah. When things are going so well.
So you talk about physical health and like getting your goals. Yeah. Like, are we talking like meal prepping? Are we talking like at the gym? Because there's just people, and I was thinking about it, and I hope you don't take offense to this, but I was at the gym like 2 days ago. I was thinking, fuck, when I come back from my travels, this place is going to be swamped with rodents. Yeah. And not actual rodents, but just like all these like Jan 1, we're back and it's just going to be packed. And then it usually phases out probably like Feb, March.
Yeah.
But are you going to be one of those rodents?
I hope not, because I literally just paid for a gym membership. Like
hey!
The top, literally. Yeah, I did.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Big win. Big win.
Big win.
That is a huge win for you.
Yeah, totally. Because I was like, because it gets to the point like, yeah, I can walk up and down my driveway, but like eventually I'm like, people are looking at me. Like if I'm at a gym on a treadmill, like I can just log in, like if, put my phone there, do whatever I want to do.
I feel like just scrolling while you are, instead of vertical, you're horizontal and you're in movement.
Right.
Huge.
Totally. And that's the thing is I just had that weight loss surgery, right? So yes, I'm not even hitting barely 800 calories a day. And I'm, like I don't want to plateau.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to stay stuck. So I've got to get into movement, which is now I'm finally at the point after my surgery I'm able to get into movement.
We're so back. Yeah. We're so back in movement. And then I do feel like I'm getting hints of mental health as well, obviously, with the physical health. How are you looking to motivate yourself physically, but then also stay mentally in a good spot where you're not like 800 calories, like, or like, damn, I didn't do well, or, because there's a lot of context. Like right now, you're not going to the gym as much, but you got the membership, which is great.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, I went once or twice this week, being like, oh, I didn't go this day, like, because there is some mental health wrapped up in that.
I think any movement or any little goals are success for me, so like I could, for me in that instance of like, oh, I didn't go 3 days, I only went 2, or whatever the situation is, like that's my goal, is 3 days a week at least, to start, right, to just get moving and like have some time. But like I went 2, okay, well I never went at all. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, to me, my biggest struggle, it's not like the want or need isn't there. It is leaving my house. The anxiety of getting outside. And I don't know if that came from COVID. I don't know if it came from some events that happened to me in my life in the last couple of years. Leaving my safe net and my safety, it's kind of like arachnophobia, like not arachnophobia, agoraphobia, where like you're afraid of leaving your house or going outside.
Isn't agoraphobia for spiders?
Oh, it's arachnophobia. I think agoraphobia is leaving your house.
Okay.
Check me on that.
My dyslexia
the comments will
brazen.
Check me. But that, I feel like
leaving
I get
the
stuck.
House.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I get stuck going outside for some reason.
I feel quite the opposite.
I know,
if I'm like
of course
2 days inside, I'm like, get me the fuck out of here.
But I think that came from, because I was stuck inside so much with COVID, it became my safe space.
You're also taking calls all day long on your computer.
Like, if anybody talks to me, like when I get off work, I have to have like time to like
reset. It's a lot of talking.
Silence,
Yeah, I think that's going to help coming into the office a bit more and just being able to
totally
break things up.
Well, it's not just that. It's like I need to push myself to go out, hopefully, like just with the car situation, I got my license. Like I'm trying to take these steps.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it. You should be really proud of yourself.
I am. I just feel like I need to be farther along.
Yeah. I mean, that's with everything and everybody. And they say like only 8% of people actually achieve these goals that they set in the new year. So being able to, I think, I like to set not goals, themes.
Yeah.
Overarching themes, right? The year of the balance was this year. Like,
what's this year?
25?
Yeah.
25. Like my first initial thought was like love, but like I feel like I want it to be
too much.
Yeah, like all encompassing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It could be in other aspects of your life too. God, excuse me. It could be, it's not just like your love life. It could also be like loving what you do, loving the people that are around you.
Mm-hmm.
Loving every moment and every second, staying present,
Flow.
Okay, ebbs and flows.
Flow state.
Flow state.
Like kind of like really locking in. I feel like this year more than ever, I've gotten to a point, at least in my career, I think in my life and my friends, I'm feeling really confident and comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I show up and I'm talking to people, and like for a while it was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you know? And now it's like, no, I kind of know what I'm talking about. I feel confident in that.
Yeah.
So I think leaning more into like states of flow as well. It's kind of hard with the business because I'm wearing so many different hats.
Yeah.
And if I could just like sit and like content create or like edit, like more of the creative stuff, I really love that. So being able to create more like systems at play to like hand that off to other people, like the other ancillary tasks, so I could fully focus on more of the creative stuff that really drives like so much like passion and that flow state.
Totally.
And I think that you could also have like flow states in like relationships as well, you know, where you're like with someone, it feels so comfortable that, you know, 5 hours could feel like 5 minutes.
Right.
So even kind of like achieving that as well, I think would be a great goal.
Yeah.
So overarching rather than like, we have to set this goal, you know?
Yeah.
What about you? If you could have an overarching theme of 25?
Skinny.
Wither away.
Skinny. I don't want to say health because that feels so like.
I want to know what you say, but I think I have one that I could offer you one, but I wanted what you say organically.
For me, right now, it's just in my experience for this moment. I think it's going to be like getting out of my comfort zone, like pushing myself out of my comfort zone.
Good answer.
Because it's not just like, you know, changing things up, right? Change or whatever, but like actually pushing myself. Like, don't laugh at me about this because this is so funny. We listen and we don't judge. So when I bought my membership, right? Yeah. Of course, this is like at 2 a.m. when I'm like, I'm not losing enough weight, you know, like
me and my night terrors.
Yeah, like literally, it will play like I feel like it's an obsessive thing now because like I'm like constantly like I'm weighing every day, you know, like, and if it doesn't go down a point, like I'm like, you know, like it's, which they told me I should be doing, like you should be tracking it that much because if you like let it go a week, then it's like, where are you? But I literally was like, this was like on Tuesday, I think, when I bought the membership, and I was like, we're going Friday, like just to like, you know, like set up a time, right? Like a time of like, okay, it's Friday, it's the end of the week, we'll have like, I can debrief if it's the weekend, you know, like if I get too freaked out, go Friday after work, just go, you know, like people are going to be coming home from work, there's gonna be traffic, no one's going to be there, you know, like it's the perfect time. It's a block away.
Interesting.
Like it's
interesting the way that you're like scheming this out. You're like planning like what time, what day, what are other people going to be doing.
Yes, like that's how bad it gets. Wow. It's not even like, I used to not be like that. I used to never be like that.
We got to get out of our comfort zone.
Have to get out of my comfort zone.
The one I wanted to offer you is consistency.
Yeah.
And I say consistency in the way of, I feel like achieving greatness or just like getting good at something is just showing up and being like mediocre day in and day out, right? So it's literally just like one thing, you know, if it's like one step or like one positive thought or because I feel like now you're at a really stable baseline from like the conversations that we had, like you have a really great relationship, you're like really happy in your job, like you've gotten the license, you're like losing the weight, like you have all these things, like the momentum's building and it's flowing, like it's growing, but just really just continuing to do it and not like look at yourself and be like, fuck, I could have did this or that. Be like, no, like that's a win. That's like a win. I signed up, you know. If it's Friday, I'm going Friday. You know, if I show up for 15 minutes, it's better than 0.
Yeah. And I paid, I don't know what gym do you go to?
I go to Equinox.
Oh, of course you do. Well, I'm going to Planet Fitness.
That's all that matters.
Judgment-free zone.
Yeah, see, I judge.
I know.
If you walked in at the Equinox, I'd be like, who the fuck is that? No, I'm just kidding. I would never.
So that's my fear. This is what you say. Yeah. I don't go tomorrow because of that comment.
Me, Elijah in the corner, just heckling.
So I bought the most expensive one because I was like, because there's like a standard one and then there's like the black card one. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go
used to be a PFer.
You used to be a Planet Fitnesser?
Yeah, I was a big PF boy.
I went in high school. My grandma got a thing, and I used to go. And
so what's the black card?
The black card is like...
Is that like a black Amex? Like you're big dicking us?
You can like, you get like every use of everything in there. Okay. There's like beds, sauna, all different kinds of stuff in there. Okay. It's a brand new place. They just opened up.
There's nothing better than a nice gym because it's like all new equipment. It's very, very clean.
I mean, I was like, I'm going tanning. You know what I mean? Like
on the bed? That's like not good for you.
Why?
Your skin. It's not good for your skin.
It's vitamin D.
I think that you should do some research.
I don't care. I need to get some sun.
I know, but like do some research on the tan.
I'm not going to go every day.
Yeah,
I'm not
they
like
say
a Trisha Paytas type of thing.
It's giving cancer vibes.
Well, I'm not.
I'm just saying, just like check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I understand, but like I just want to get some like.
See, if Daddy Danny was here, he'd be like, the PTFs of the lot are gonna.
I don't care. I don't care. Like I just want, because this is the thing is like I'm prepping for an event in July.
Whoa.
There's an event that's going on in July.
What's in July?
My best friend's wedding.
Okay.
In Florida.
We're going down.
And I'm fucking planning for the trip. You know what I mean? Like, and she's going to watch this. She watches it every
7 months away.
Yeah. And I'm like locked in, you know.
That's a good goal. I feel like if you have like something to work towards, a date or like a project, like person, something.
I want to be comfortable in a bathing suit. Like I want to be comfortable like all around in a dress. Like I want to be comfortable. Like I haven't seen these people in years, you know. Yeah. So I don't want it to be like, oh, there's fat lard Kyla. You know what I mean?
Are you kidding me? You're gonna be like Thyla's here, and I've left the thighs in California.
I'm made of steel now.
Yeah. Come take a look at these daddies.
Yeah. It's not only that, but like I just want to be different. Like I'm trying to change all these bad habits that I have accumulated over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Or more. Like my hair, for example. That's even another prime example. Like dark really makes me look older. You know, like dark hair.
Okay.
And I'm naturally blonde.
Okay.
See? Like I need to like start coming more natural, like
more into your truest essence.
Yes. That's
truest essence.
That's my goal.
Truest essence. Stepping out of your comfort zone.
Everything,
consistency.
You know? I'm trying not to hide everything.
Yeah. Just be you.
Exactly.
It's crazy that it's a new year. Feeling like you have the ability to like reset, I feel like, in the new year.
You do.
I think that
you could do that anytime.
You could do it anytime. I like points, even like birthdays, like where you could like reflect back and be like, this year, like what's nice about it, and like even in a psychological perspective, having a certain endpoint allows you to keep track of time just better. So as we look back at memes or your Spotify Wrapped or like, you know, your photos of the year, it's good just to reflect back and be like, wow. And whether you've had a good year or bad year, whatever it was, you can look back and be like, well, I'm still motherfucking standing. You know, you're still out here.
Totally.
That's all that really matters. So here's to 2025. Buckle up. It's going to be a crazy ride with the drones over Jersey.
Oh, my God.
The aliens are circling.
That's the United States government.
Trump in office. Like, things are going to get weird in 25.
I can't get into that because I'll start spiraling.
Okay, don't.
Yeah.
But if the aliens did come down, I would definitely recommend you to be one of the first ones up there.
Absolutely.
I feel like you'd do well.
I feel like I would, too. Start running it.
Yeah.
No, the whole language.
What happened to Kyla? She's been up here for 48 hours.
Oh. You know what I just found out?
Tell me what you find out.
Oh, I can't say this. Never mind.
Go. We can cut it.
Okay. Those people up in the fucking space are still up there. They were supposed to come back in June.
Oh, yeah. Why did you say that?
Those people are still up there. It was supposed to be a 4 or 6 day mission. It's been 6 months.
Imagine.
Like, do you even think they're still alive?
I wonder. I don't know. I wonder if they're contacting home. Do they have FaceTime up there?
I don't think. I mean, there should be. There's tons of satellites up there.
What are they doing up there?
That's what I'm saying. Are they playing chess all day?
Are they making
killing
out?
Each other? They've had to have fucked.
You think so?
They had to have. I mean, think about it.
6 months. I wonder if it's like close quarters. Like, what's the interpersonal dynamic there?
I'm sure.
I would love a TikTok feed. Was this year? The year-long yacht?
Yes, it was.
Year-long, not yacht. Was it Carnival Cruise?
Yeah.
I would love a POV from 4 different like people.
Yeah.
Remember? That was crazy.
That was fun.
Also in 2024.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, God forbid, like, do they have enough food? They give her enough tampons? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is happening?
It's really crazy.
And think about that, like, you're like floating too.
Yeah, you're just like out there upside down and stuff.
Yeah.
2025 is really gonna, I feel like, be a wild one.
I do too.
I don't know what's gonna happen because things are becoming more normal. Like, the idea of aliens is like very CIA.
People don't even like.
Yeah, they're like, whatever.
Yeah, they're here. Okay.
Yeah. Bermuda Triangle, they're in there for sure.
Or even like just like nuclear attacks. They're like, oh, do I have to pay my rent this month? It's like really scary we're in a state of like, do I have to show up to work? Is this going to affect, like, can I stop paying my credit card bill? You know, like all these different people are like, I don't care, but does it involve me still doing my daily things that
my
are
day to day?
Yeah. Because do I need to have another lockdown? Because I'll do it, you know?
Right. Another stimmy?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Totally.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think, a wild ride because with the phones, like information processes so quickly. So it's like even like Epstein stuff happened, you know, a year back, 2 years back. Now it's like gone. Diddy stuff, probably in the dust in 25, which is so fucked up.
Yeah.
And these trends just quickly roll out.
Yeah. Or even just like the TikTok ban that we're supposed to get in a
TikTok
couple
ban's
weeks.
around the corner.
Yeah, literally around the corner.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I think what's going to happen is, did you see that interview with Trump and they asked about the TikTok ban just recently?
He was like, they have to sell it, right?
No, it was a totally different thing. You switched it up again. They were like, Donald Trump, are you gonna reverse the TikTok ban? He goes, TikTok's good. I think we're gonna stop it because I won 35% of the young vote, and most of that came from TikTok. So if it benefits him, you know what I mean?
Everyone being like, Trump 2028.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh God. It's like, that's what I'm scared of.
No, he can't do that shit.
I don't know. I don't think it's him. I think it's all the other people that he's hired, like the fools that he's put in the cabinet, but that's neither. I digress.
2025 is about to be that year.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It's about to be that year. It's about to be that year.
I don't think they're going to ban it. I think they want somebody to buy it.
Yeah.
That's
and I just think...
why don't we buy it?
We're starting to crowdfund for TikTok. I feel like if that went viral on TikTok, people would definitely put money towards that.
Let's make a video.
Who wants to go on live and ask for galaxies?
Okay, so guys, we have decided that we want to buy TikTok.
We don't judge. Yeah, TikTok, I don't think that they're going to do the ban. I think that it's all hocus pocus. They've done this like 5 times, and I don't think anything's going to happen. They're going to try to sell it. I don't know if they're actually going to sell it or not, but it seems like a 2025 problem.
It is definitely a 2025 problem.
I think it's going to be horrible if everyone has to migrate to fucking Mark Zuck's IG. And like I post on IG, but it's just
different.
TikTok makes me feel like I am home.
Yes. I am home.
Like I feel like a little cozy home where I just sit there and it knows me.
Yeah.
It knows me. And
yeah, my Instagram thinks I'm Armenian.
Okay,
I get tons of stuff in Armenian.
My For You page is vastly different, TikTok versus Instagram.
Yes, same.
Like
totally.
But it's not. I like my little IG FIP, but TikTok has my heart.
IG is when I'm feeling politically incorrect. That's when I
go
to IG.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
crazy stuff.
IG is my aesthetic, like clothes, some quotes, some shoes. Like that's more of my IG. My TikTok goes wild.
Yeah.
Just like outlandish shit.
I love that.
Yeah. So here's hoping that we continue with our memes and outlandish shit.
Yeah.
In 25.
Cheers.
Tink tink. Have a great new year. If you're listening to this in the new year, happy new year. If you're looking for a new start, refresh, restart with your mental health in 2025, we are here to
assist.
Help you.
Yeah.
Help you. We're Cycle. We break cycles, and we want to help you break your cycle. We are connected to therapists, psychiatrists, interventional psychiatric treatments like ketamine therapy, Spravato, insurance-backed treatments like TMS that are FDA cleared. If you are looking for help, you could come on this couch and chat with us, and we will help you find a provider, someone near you, someone that is affordable, that could help you in this new year or whatever phase of life that you are currently in. So,
and we care
so much.
We care so much.
We'll send you memes.
Yeah.
We will. Put in a little group chat.
Yep. Emails every day.
XOXO. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ow!